Hi, my name is Joanna Zeiger.
And I'm Brandon Del Campo.
And we're here with Race Ready Coaching. You can find us at racereadycoaching.com.
Yeah, and this is going to be how to eat like an Olympian.
You may have seen some of our videos, how to run like an Olympian and how to swim like an Olympian. Well, today we're in the kitchen doing something a little bit different.
Yeah, we're gonna try and take the energy gel and sort of home doctor it. Make it ourselves, right?
That's exactly right. So for as long as I've been doing endurance sports, I've had a lot of problems with my stomach. That's kind of been my Achilles heel, if you will.
Right.
That I can put in all the training, but a lot of times I get to the race and my GI system just shuts down and I just feel really bad. I have throwing up, I'm making stops in the porta potty, I get dizzy.
I'm not laughing because I've seen it, I've run by it actually.
Yeah, he's run by me just lying on the ground, splayed out.
Yeah.
So the last 2 weekends I've done some long runs and I've experimented with different gels on the market and I just couldn't find a good fit. Everything I tried was just making my stomach feel really bad, causing some vomiting. So I decided, hey, why don't I make my own gel? That way I can control exactly what's in it.
Yeah, and you know, when you make your own product, you're not only controlling what's in it, but you're sort of taking more control of other things. It's can be more cost effective and it's actually
Tastes better.
Tastes better, and it's also a little less impact on the environment, right?
Exactly, and it's preservative free.
Yeah.
We're gonna start off with a maple banana JZ gel. This gel only has carbohydrate in it. There's no protein or fat. This gel would be excellent to use when you're out for a run or out for a bike ride. You could even use it before exercise. And it should be pretty easy on the stomach because, as I said, there's no protein or fat in it.
Right.
And,
or fructose.
Or fruit. Well, there's gonna be
banana,
a little bit and a little bit from the maple syrup.
Yeah, okay.
But the main source of carbohydrate is coming from something called maltodextrin. And I'm using a product called CarboGain, which you can buy online and in some specialty shops. And basically, maltodextrin is a complex carbohydrate made of glucose polymers.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy on the gut. Some people can't handle it, but most people can. This is made from corn, so it's gluten-free.
Right, and if you look at any gels on the market, almost 90% of them have it.
Have maltodextrin,
Yeah.
Yes they do. It should be pretty easy on the stomach.
Right.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start off with half a cup of maltodextrin.
This stuff is extremely sticky, right?
Really sticky.
Really sticky.
And it doesn't dissolve that great, so
No.
I found a little workaround.
Right.
So we're gonna get our half a cup. Let's see.
Yes, and it creates a big dust.
a big
pile.
plume of powder.
Right.
All right, so to start getting this dissolved, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of hot water. So I preheated this. Just gonna pour that right in. And then Brandon's gonna open the refrigerator and he's gonna grab,
I feel like I'm turning a letter on Wheel of Fortune.
oh my gosh, it's amazing. And we're gonna grab the maple syrup. This is gonna give it some nice sweetness. And we're going to add, how many tablespoons? I can't remember. 4 tablespoons of maple syrup. All right. Now we're gonna just mix this all up, get it slightly dissolved.
Now, why wouldn't you just be throwing this all in the food processor?
Well, you can, but I want to get the clumps, some of the clumps out.
Right.
I mean, it's still gonna be clumpy, so we're gonna need
Right.
the food processor to really get most of the clumps out.
Because I'm wondering with the bullet if you could just throw it all in there and then kind of...
Well, we're gonna try that
Yeah.
next. All right, so we're gonna get as many of the clumps out as possible. All right.
What's
And then-
this? This is just a food processor.
This is a food processor,
Right.
yeah, Cuisinart. Then we're gonna take,
Endurance athletes love the
Gadgets.
Vitamix, bullets.
all right, so we're gonna take this banana and we're just gonna mush it up a little bit because we're gonna use,
So I think you just throw it right in.
well, we're not using the whole thing. We're gonna use two teaspoons of the banana.
So you're just mushing it up
I'm
so
just
you can
mushing
get
it
an
up so I
accurate
can
measurement.
measure it,
Yeah.
yep. All right, so we're gonna get 2. And this isn't baking, so if you screw something up, it's not gonna rise.
Right.
A little bit more, a little bit less, it's okay. All right, and then we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of salt for some electrolytes. So we got some potassium from the banana, we've got some sea salt.
And people are probably going to say, well, I use red Himalayan salt.
Well, I'm using crappy old sea salt from the grocery
Okay,
store.
good.
And you can always add more. I find that with all the sweetness in here, you actually don't taste the salt at all.
No.
So if you need a little bit more salt in your products because you're a salty sweater, feel free to add more salt.
Well, a lot of this is by taste too. Once you get the main thing,
All
you
right,
can
we're gonna
tweak
whisk this up. It's gonna be really loud.
it. Not that loud.
Not too loud.
You should hear this thing. This thing is extremely loud.
All right, we'll just look at the, so we still have little clumps in there, so we'll just keep on going.
Exciting.
It's exciting, all right. There you go, now you've got your gel. That was it.
That's it?
That is it. So we're gonna put this in the, so let's measure out how much we have there.
So this consistency is a little bit more liquidy than normal gels. Is it gonna?
It'll get a little bit
harder.
It'll get a little bit harder. And you can always add a little bit more banana to it, which will thicken it up. So now we're just gonna find out how much we have here. So that made about a 1/2 cup, which is,
So how many calories are in this thing?
I'm gonna tell you. So this is 4 ounces. So I would say that this is about 250 calories right here.
And how'd you come up with that?
Because I calculated all this out in a nutrition calculator, and this has about
Of course she did.
113 calories
Per serving.
per serving, and each serving is 45 grams, which is about an ounce. It's almost 2 ounces.
Okay, but here's the big question. Does it taste good? Because nobody's gonna eat anything that doesn't taste good, right?
Go ahead and taste it.
It smells good.
I know, it smells like dessert.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. This tastes like a gel. It tastes better than the
So
gels you buy
this-
in the store.
The content of this per serving
That's really good.
is 113 calories,
Okay.
like I said, and that's in 45 grams, which
How many
is,
servings are in that?
and so that has 80 milligrams of sodium,
Okay.
and it has 28 grams of carbohydrate. So it's somewhat similar to a power gel.
Yeah.
And we're gonna put the recipe, the nutritional contents, and the cost per serving on our website, racereadycoaching.com.
Now,
Now you're wondering how on earth do I'm not gonna carry this around in this.
well, no, but also,
So-
you've got a banana in there, right? And banana's brown. So what are you gonna? How can you make it? Can you make more of this? Like, could you make like 4 cups
So
and do something and keep it?
You can make 10 servings of this, put this in something very big and put it in the freezer.
Okay.
These things freeze amazing. This one right here
Yep.
this is the banana maple that I just
Right,
made.
this one.
I put this in the freezer yesterday, pulled it out today, and it tastes just fine. So you can take this and just put this in.
And these are great. These are you
So
can
this
get these
is
at
a
REI.
This is a 2-ounce flask right here. And then you can make a label if you want so you know what's in it, and you're ready to go.
Yeah, and look, you've got a couple of different ones here, right? So this is a
So
traditional fuel belt one.
This is a fuel belt. This is 8 ounces. So if you want something a little bit more watered down, you could have poured the entire thing in this and added some water to
Right.
it. And then you would have had about 250 calories right here.
And they make a 6 or a 3 ounce of this, or
They
what?
make a 3 ounce
A 3.
and a 1 ounce.
Right.
And then I also bought these little shampoo bottles. These are 4 ounces. So these would
Right.
work really well for the bike.
These are really nice because they squeeze totally different. They're more pliable
Yep.
than the other ones.
So this would be most similar to like a power bar, power gel.
It tastes very similar. Absolutely. So you're saying you can just freeze all this stuff, have a week's supply of your
Yeah,
gels
just pull
in the
these
freezer.
right out of the freezer the day
Right.
before,
Right.
let it defrost, and then you're ready to go.
Do we have any idea what the glycemic index on these things is compared to a regular gel? I mean, obviously they're high.
So this has 28 grams of carbohydrate,
Right.
which is fairly similar to what a power gel has.
Okay, so it's all going to be very similar.
It's very similar. I tried to come up with concoctions that
Right.
were similar to what's on the market.
And in terms, you might ask, well, why would you do this, right? Like, why would you could just go buy the power gels or whatever. Why would you make this? What's the big difference?
The big difference is that there are no preservatives.
Right. And what would you say is the problem with preservatives in
They
power
can
gel?
cause some GI distress in some people.
Right.
And I just feel that the more clean that you make
Right.
it, the better off it is for your stomach.
Right. Okay. It's good.
Good.
So if you want to find these recipes and start making your own gels,
visit us at racereadycoaching.com, where we'll have the recipe, nutritional breakdown, and cost per serving.
Right, and of course on Race Ready Coaching we have all of our wonderful
Training plans.
programs. Yeah. So what do you think, Joanna? Are we going to start doing some more food videos?
I think we should.
Yeah, perfect. Let us know what you think, and if you have any questions about any kind of race nutrition or, pre-race nutrition or recovery nutrition, we'll do something.